friend, welcome. I'm Jen. I'm an online part-time clothing reseller, and that just means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and then I sell them, hopefully for a profit. Today is Tuesday, September 3rd. This is my Labor Day holiday weekend sales. I have 10 packages that are shipping out for the weekend. My gross sales amount is buried under here, was $458.14. I have been running like a 30% off sale, which just means I've been sending off 30% off offers, and I have a 30% off coupon on my eBay store. So that's how I'm running a sale. This is a belt, and it says D&G right there. It's Dolce & Gabbana. It also is kind of embroidered here. Not embroidered, embossed there at the back. It's pretty well worn. I sold another Dolce & Gabbana belt a while ago that came from my stepmom. And that one sold pretty fast. This one sold really fast as well. So, okay. And the average sale price of a Dolce & Gabbana belt is $108.87. Mine did not sell that high. One, there was quite a bit of wear. And two, this style was not, I Google lensed it. Maybe I lost some money, but I don't know. Based on the style and the condition, I listed it for, I have to think, I can't do two things at one time. I listed it for $50, and then it sold for that 30% off. So it sold for $34.96 plus shipping, which is a total of $41.72. I think that's pretty good. This is gonna be noisy, I'm sorry. Just putting a little extra filling in the box so it doesn't like just bump around in there. I already forgot where I was. Yeah, this I bought at a little thrift store that is quickly becoming my new favorite thrift store. And I only spent $1 on it, which is great, like really great. It only took 5 days to sell. And I don't think I told you the sell-through rate is only 11% on a Dolce & Gabbana belt. So that was part of the reason I priced it the way I did. I wanted it to sell. I'm happy. I actually have a almost $30 profit. So $29.68 is my profit on that. I'm satisfied with that. Very, very satisfied with that. All right, now I just have to, so I use these boxes. They're 8x6x4, and I get them on eBay. They're eBay branded. I get them on eBay with my shipping supply discount that I get for having a store. This is a belt, and it's kind of like hammered. It's a chain belt. It is branded, and it's branded Chico's. I don't know if you'll be able to see. There. So, I'm not entirely sure how to wrap this up. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know much about chain belts. I do know that I sold one a while ago, and so now I just keep buying. And I don't know that that's the right thing to do at all. I haven't had much luck selling them, so I think I have the one that originally sold and then this one. So the other ones, it's hard to find them branded, and I feel like it's tricky to sell unbranded items that are not, I don't know. I think if I could keyword them better, I would be better at it, but I don't know. I'm making a mess over here. Okay, Chico's chain belts have an average sale price of $17.91 with a 19% sell-through rate. Again, just not super high. This sold for $19.96 was what I had it listed for, plus then they took the 30% off coupon. They paid a total of $20.90. I had it for 4 months. I bought it at my old favorite thrift store for $2. And so my profit is $10.18. And for a belt, I don't mind that lower kind of profit. I aim for $15 in profit just to value my time. That's a personal thing. I know other people do other things, and that's okay too. But that's how I like to do it. But I do generally have some exceptions, like belts and bras, and there's some other things that are just kind of simple, or that I kind of have like a soft spot in my heart for, which is a really dumb reason to sell things, but you know, I think it's okay. This is a vintage sweater, and I don't know if you can see here, but there's like a really subtle, I saw it in the camera, like a really subtle monochromatic embroidery on it with like a little rosette. So this is Chelsea Campbell. It's 100% wool, and it is, I'm pretty convinced it's vintage. Vintage means it's 20 years old or older. Antique technically is like 100 years old or older. I don't exactly know how that translates to clothes, antique clothes. I don't know. But this is like a wool felt, and let me tell you, it's been a struggle today. I spent a lot of time on it, making sure there were like no little fuzzies, but there's still fuzzies. Oh boy. Somebody's melting down in my house. I might have to deal with that. We'll see. I searched vintage cardigan, sweater, wool, embroidered. It's hard to do an exact on a vintage sweater. But the average sale price was $31.48 with a 10% sell-through rate. I list vintage sweaters at $30 generally, unless I have like a really good reason to not. And this one sold for that 30% off, so it sold for $19.57 plus shipping. They paid a total of $30.37. If you are new or don't know, I have 4 children. They are 6, 8, 14, and 17. I homeschool them, so they do this stuff alongside me. I don't tend to edit them out of my videos very often. I do when it is important for their safety or privacy, or if it's excessively long. But I do that for a couple reasons. One, I just want to be really realistic about what this looks like. I get interrupted when I'm doing my shipping. I get interrupted when I'm doing my photographs. When I'm doing anything, I get interrupted, and sometimes it's quick and easy, and sometimes I have to stop what I'm doing and move on. But the other reason is I don't really like to edit all that much. I don't know what I told you about this sweater yet. It sold for $19.57, yes, plus shipping. They paid a total of $30.37. Took 6 months to sell. I have no idea where it came from or how much I paid for it. I have 0 cost of goods for some reason, so I don't know. It looks like I did make some money on the shipping. That's never my goal, but it does happen. So my profit on this is $19.97. It's gonna be one of those days. This is a nightgown. It is Land's End. And it's 3X, 2X, 3X, 3X. But I don't know if you can see that, but it has cats on it. It says like Ginger Tum, Calico, Siamese, and they have little hats on. Cats and hats and scarves. Anyway, this is in really good condition. Nightgowns, sleepwear, I find gets worn really, really fast. And like very pilly and stuff, but this is in really good condition. This actually has an awesome sell-through rate. So the average sale price is $19.32, 75% sell-through rate. So when I look up sell-through rate, I look on eBay's Seller Hub in the product research tool. So there's a tab across the top that says product research, or says research, and then there's a drop-down menu that says product research, and then there's a search bar. So I looked in the search bar, I searched Land's End nightgown cats. Told me 75% sell-through rate, which is fantastic. So I calculate sell-through rate the same way the product research tool does, which is to take the amount of items sold divided by the amount of items sold and listed for the past 90 days, which is how long eBay keeps their, that's how long their search goes back. You can filter the search for longer than 90 days, but it won't give you the sell-through rate. So 75% in very simple terms, very simple math, looks like 75 items sold and 25 still listed. So that to me is fantastic. I love that sell-through rate. That's really high. This started to rip as I was putting it on there. I don't want it to rip in transit, so I'm just gonna throw a little piece of tape. Okay. I had mine listed at $30, I think, based on the size and the style. There were like 2 different styles, I think, of cat nightgowns. Took 2 weeks to sell. I bought it at the bins. The bins is where you pay by the pound. And I averaged my cost of goods at $2. It sold for $20.97 with that 30% off. And then a total of $33.24. Again, I made a little bit of money on the shipping. I used calculated shipping. My profit is $19.21 on a nightgown, which is fantastic. This is a Catherine's top. Catherine's is a plus size brand, and I don't know, it just has some polka dots on it. It's a 3/4 length, just a blouse. A little button-up top blouse. Sometimes I do pretty detailed searches for comps, and sometimes I do just a really broad search for tops or for comps. This one I did a pretty broad search and just searched Catherine's tops, and it has an average sell price of $14.63 with a 28% sell-through rate. Catherine's is one of those brands that I buy if I can find it for $2 or less, because for me, it sells pretty well. My lighting is terrible, and I don't know what's going on with that. This one, I usually list them around $25 and hope for $15. This one sold for $15. That was an offer that someone sent, and I bought it again at the bins. It took 2 months to sell. So with my $2 cost of goods, fees, and what I paid in shipping, my profit is $11.36, which is great for a little top that I saved from the landfill. I'm pleased with that. All right, this is another favorite brand. This is a pair of Carhart shorts. We got the leather patch on the back. This is what I really like about Carhart. In the tag, there's a number on the bottom of the tag. So this is B147. So I can just search Carhart B147, which is what I did. And it tells me that the average sale price is $16.09 with a 45% sell-through rate. 45 is great, I think. I bought these at my new favorite thrift store for $1. They sold on Poshmark. They've only been listed on Poshmark for about a month, but I've had them listed on eBay for about 3 months. They sold for $16. So my profit is $11.80. I'm not sad about that. On Poshmark, I use priority shipping, envelopes, boxes, whatever fits. You can use any priority shipping supplies. And it even says it on the bottom of the Poshmark label. Poshmark shippers are authorized to use all priority mail packaging. Right there. So I tend to use these Tyvek mailers, and I don't think that their ends are very sticky, so I add these little priority mail stickers on the end. Those are all free to use as long as you are using a priority label. I ordered some shoes on eBay for my husband, and the shoes came in a poly mailer, which I have no problem with at all, but they were wrapped inside the poly mailer in these bubble wrap priority mail, and that's actually like illegal. You're only allowed to use the priority shipping stuff for shipping priority, and they did not. So that's really disappointing. I didn't like leave a negative or anything because of that, but I should message them. Maybe they don't know that it's illegal. I don't know. These are a little pair of little boy jeans. These are Levi's 550s, and they are vintage. So I'm going to show you how I know they're vintage. One, it's just one tag. The new Levi's have like 3 or 4 tags. It's ridiculous. It's kind of has more of a papery feel than like a fabric feel. I don't know if that makes sense. These are made in Mexico, which is less desirable than made in the US. But on the back, the second set of 4 letters tells you it was made in 0101. So they were made in 0701. So they were made in July of 2001. Terrible sell-through rate on these. I have so many 550s, and I don't know why. I was looking at them like, why don't I just get rid of all of those, because they're not selling. I also have like the cutest little pair of orange tab Levi's that are like baby sized, and they have suspenders, and they're so cute, and I've had them for like I found them real early on. Not sold. I don't know why. I probably haven't listed too high, but anyway. Levi's 550s for kids, vintage ones, have an average sale price of $22.55 and a 7% sell-through rate. Not good at all. Mine sold for I had them listed for $22.96. So right at like that average sale price. And then they used the 30% off coupon, which I'm happy with. I paid a total of $24.67. Sorry. I have had these listed for 4 months over the summer. I have a 0 cost of goods. I think in reality I paid probably somewhere between $1 and $5 for them. I found them at a consignment sale that we have in our town, but I bought them for my son to wear. And so he wore them all last year. He's getting a little taller. I think they would still fit him around the waist, but they're gonna look real short. Anyway, my profit ends up being $15.13. So that's one thing that I like doing, is like reselling my kids' clothes. I want this label come off. Here we go. It just makes it, I don't know, makes it more palatable. Kids are hard on clothes, so I can't sell a lot of stuff, especially from my younger kids. But my older kids, they don't wear things as long. Okay, this is a sweater, and it kind of has like a waffle knit to it. It is the brand, I don't know, what is this brand? Joss, J-O-S-A Bank Reserve. It does say Italian yarn and made in Italy. And then I believe the makeup had some cashmere in it. Let me see. Let me show you. Yeah, I mean like 5% cashmere, but still. So wool and cashmere and nylon and some other stuff. Anyway, very nice soft sweater. Just want to do a quick look over here. Get some fuzzies off of it. So this one was interesting. Remember I said earlier, sometimes I do like a really basic search, and sometimes I do a more specific search. So the basic search would be Joseph, it's J-O-S is short for Joseph. Joseph A. Bank sweater, right? Has an average sell price of $19.39 and a 6% sell-through rate. Not great. That doesn't make me want to run out and buy them all. However, when I changed the search to Joseph A. Bank turtleneck sweater, wool cashmere, the average sale price doesn't get a whole lot better, just $22.33. So it adds, you know, $2, $3 to it. But the sell-through rate is 75%. So when I can find this at the bins, which I did, and pay, you know, $2 for it, then I'm much more willing to buy it than if with a 75% sell-through rate than with a 6% sell-through rate. So sometimes being specific in the search is helpful. Sometimes not, but all right, this sold for $30. I had it listed at $50. And no, I didn't, not $50. I'm sorry. I had it listed at like $35, 30. Anyway, somebody offered me $30. I mean, it was not far off of my asking price, so I went ahead and accepted. They paid a total of $38.85. I've had this for 7 months, which is kind of long. But my profit ends up being $24.96. I feel like I said that really weird. All right, this used to be one of my favorite brands to resell, and now it's just kind of stopped selling. I don't know. This is the brand Quacker Factory. It's just like a raglan style t-shirt with rhinestones on the sleeve. It's kind of like a mid-weight, like it's a heavyweight t-shirt. It's not quite sweatshirt material. Anyway, Quacker Factory tops, again, I just went with the real basic search, has an average sell price of $15.13 and a 22% sell-through rate. Mine sold for $19.93 with the 30% off plus shipping. So they paid a total of $20.64. So this was a case where I probably should have priced it closer to the $15 because the sell-through rate's so low. So sometimes with the average sale price, if my, okay, I'm gonna try and explain this well. I'm probably not gonna do a great job of it. So if the average sale price is $15 and the sell-through rate is 20%, pretty low, right? then I should have probably, in my personal opinion, for me, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm saying this is what I should have done, I think. I should have priced it at $15 and then sold it for like 12 or 10 based on that 20% sell-through rate. If the sell-through rate was higher, maybe more like 35 or 40%, then I can price it at $20. And then after my coupons or sales or offers or whatever, sell it closer to that $15 mark. That's what I try to do with my pricing. I clearly did not do that with this. And it took forever to sell. I've had this for 11 months. Is that right? I think it's longer than that. It's unclear. I don't know. I've had it for a while. Anyway, I only paid 67 cents for it, which is good. I bought it at a Salvation Army rummage sale, which has like a bag sale, and my profit is $11.85. Not what I'm going for, but I've kind of stopped buying this brand. It's not completely true. I just bought like a really fun, like novelty embellished jacket, but t-shirts, I'm not buying anymore. Okay, this confused me. So these are tank tops. They're Zoo York tank tops. I don't know. They have an average sale price of $10.23. So for one, and 48% sell-through rate. They're size smalls, and I had 2 of them. I allotted them together thinking that they would sell better. With 48% sell-through rate, so another reseller might say that's almost 100%. Just based on how they calculate their sell-through rate. So that's a really good sell-through rate, 48%. But I've had these for 16 months, and I don't think I had them overpriced. I had them priced at like $20 for 2 of them. But the average sell price is $10 for 1. So I don't really know what happened there. Anyway, they ended up selling for $16 on Poshmark. I've had them for 16 months, which is way too long. I only spent 17 cents total, not even a piece. Total, I spent 17 cents on them at my old favorite thrift store. And I think I'm going to start doing that. My new favorite thrift store and my old favorite thrift store. Anyway, my profit ends up being $12.63, which is okay. I mean, I don't mind that if they would have sold faster. I just don't know why they didn't sell so fast. I don't know. I don't know why they took forever to sell. Is all I'm trying to say. Okay. We're getting close to the end, and at the end is something like so good. This is a Avon Kids tapestry blanket, and it has like Mickey and Minnie. It's baby, obviously. I feel like, I don't know, this bag leaves much to be desired. It's pretty, the bag's pretty dirty, but all right, I'm trying to get my thoughts in order here. So my sister gave me, she gives me stuff a lot, not a lot, but a fair amount. And she had a big bin of like mostly vintage Wrangler jeans and a couple vintage hats and a Carhart coat that sold super fast, and then this. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my word, that's like cool vintage Mickey. Certainly that's gonna be so amazing. It's not at all. I had forgotten when I did the research for the video that it was Avon, so I didn't even add the Avon in. But when I went to list it, there were none sold. None. So I just priced mine even with the lowest priced one that was listed. Does that make sense? Like, I didn't undercut them. I just listed it at the same amount, which was $20. And then of course I ran the sale over the weekend for Labor Day. So it sold for whatever 30% off 20 is, plus shipping. So they paid a total of $22.97. So just a vintage tapestry blanket Disney is $21.71 is the average sale price with an 11% sell-through rate. But this particular Avon one, none were sold when I listed it. And I didn't list it that much long ago, like a month. I just, it was kind of a bummer. But I'm still, I mean, my sister doesn't take money. She just gives them to me. It's very, very kind of her. I made $11.13, so I'm pleased with that, especially since it didn't actually have a sell-through rate. Okay, so I have a box of things because somebody put together their own little bundle on eBay and bought it. So I'm really, really thankful. It did say it was a repeat buyer, so I don't know. I had sent out a coupon to like all my old buyers and all my former buyers. I sent the coupon to them saying like, hey, I'm having a sale. Anyway, there's 4 items in this little bundle. So this is a Travel-On little pouch that has an average sale price of $17.10 and an 18% sell-through rate. Mine sold for about $16.02. I found it when I went to Milwaukee with my husband, and I paid about $4 for it. This is a Jones & Co. Jones, New York linen, like tunic button up. Oh my word, I love a good linen button up. This one was great. It's like long line, and love that blue with the roll tab sleeves. Great. That has an average sale price of $15.82 with a 22% sell-through rate. And this sold for $16.07. So then there's also shipping, so it'll be a little different than how I normally tell you, but. All right. Then there is this little peasant blouse. I thought was so cute. I don't know the brand at all. I'm sorry. The Jones linen button up, I bought at a church sale for $2. I wanted to tell you that. This brand is Coco and Carmen. I don't know what it is, but it's like, it has eyelet on the bottom. It's scalloped. This is embroidered. It's so cute. When I comped it, like, that brand was not really anything to speak of. So it does have an average sale price of $11.82 with a 23% sell-through rate. I bought it at the bins thinking style. I'm not great at keywords. Part of the reason I don't give you like my titles, because I don't know that you're gonna learn anything from that. I don't know how beneficial it would be. But I think I use like feminine and coquette, and I don't know. I'm not great at that kind of stuff. Boho. Anyway, I just thought it was super cute. $11.82 with a 23% sell-through rate, and that was Coco Carmen peasant blouse is what I searched. Mine sold for $17.47, and then this is like, oh my goodness. I'm so sad that this was not my size because I love it so much. Okay. This is a sweater. It's a cardigan. It's so soft, and I'm actually gonna sit here and make sure there's like no fuzzies and stuff on it before I wrap it up. But this brand is actually, let's see if you can, it's Pilcro, which is an Anthropologie brand, and right there 100% cashmere. And it is so soft. Yeah, we definitely have some fuzzies. So surprisingly, the sell-through rate isn't crazy on this. $37.03 is the average sale price with 20% sell-through rate. I actually priced mine at $100 because I think it's newer. Actually, it doesn't give me the price on here. I don't know. Or not the price, the date. I think it's newer, and I don't exactly know why I priced it that high exactly based on the sell-through rate, but it did not take long to sell. I think I got this the last time I was at the bins, which was the beginning of August. So it took less than a month. I spent about $2 on it. Yeah, it's so soft. I just want to cuddle it. It's really great. It's kind of ribbed on this part, and then this part has this nice little, I don't know what kind of pattern that is. It's great. Anyway, it ended up selling with the 30% off for $69.97. So in total, the buyer paid $148.83. I have almost $20 in fees from that, which is a lot. And I have $10 in cost of goods. And then I think it's going to cost me about $10 to ship it. So that makes my profit on these 4 items $109.14, which is just so exciting. I'm thrilled about that. So my total profit for the weekend is $301.64, which is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm super happy about it. I keep just like seeing little, I think it's kind of fuzzy by nature, like not fuzzy, but like hairy. You know what I mean? But it makes me nervous that it's not hairy by nature and that it's hairy because of other things. But when I go to like pull off the hairs, it's like they're stuck in there. You know how like mohair is? It's like that. I don't know. That's what it looks like anyway. Okay, $300 over 3 days. That's over $100 average per day, which is fantastic. It's kind of strange because if you saw my shipping video on Saturday, I had a great day on Friday. I sold like 15 things in one day. It was fantastic. And then Saturday, there was nothing. I mean, not one sale on any platform, nothing. Like, what is happening? And then Sunday was when I made most of my sales, and then I made a few yesterday. So not really sure what's going on there. That was kind of weird, but hopefully we'll get some sales today. I did have one item that is kind of buried. It's a quilt, and I have an item from Saturday that is also buried. They both sold on Poshmark, so I have to do some work back here today. I'm gonna unbury them and ship them tomorrow. I also have a couple things that have offers that I may or may not accept. Sometimes I accept and sometimes I counter, so we'll see. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna wrap this up and put this is a number 7 box. I will pay extra for priority. And then what else did I want to say? I think that's it. Oh, I do want to know, I started to ask this yesterday's video when I was talking about I ended the August listing challenge because August is over obviously, and then talked about just my August profit, and I started to ask this question. I was like, I've asked too many questions in this video. So in this video, I don't think that I've asked a lot of questions, so I am curious about, I just like to ask kind of fun, like get to know you questions, right? So I'm curious what your favorite drink is. Yesterday when I was doing the video, I was drinking a root beer, which is my favorite soda of choice. I don't usually drink soda. I drink a lot of water and I drink coffee. Coffee is like, if I have a choice of anything, I will pick coffee, but I really like, sometimes I really like that carbonation, especially recently. I was sick like 2 weeks ago and I feel like my throat is still like recovering from that. And I love that carbonation feeling, but I really like Spindrift, the raspberry lime. It's a carbonated water. It's so good. So I'll usually will pick that over a soda, but I really like root beer if that's my soda choice. But my drink of choice is probably coffee if I'm not drinking water. So just curious what yours is. I felt like I talked way too long about that, but anyway, make sure you like the video if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't already. I do these ship with me videos every day, mostly every day at 8 p.m. Eastern, just kind of chronicling what a regular eBay reseller, part-time eBay and Poshmark reseller sells, so that you have an idea of what that might look like. That's what it looks like for me anyway. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I always love just chatting with you as I ship and sharing my sales and my crazy cashmere anthropology finds. So yeah, that's it for me. I'll see you soon.